Hey everyone, and welcome to another deep dive with us. If you're listening, you're probably interested in learning about Amazon Bedrock and what it can do for businesses.
That's right.
We're diving deep into an article from the Continuous Improvement blog. It's called Amazon Bedrock: Unlocking the Power of Generative AI for Businesses.
Okay.
It was published on February 15th, 2025.
Sounds good.
And get this, Bedrock brings the wow factor of generative AI to your fingertips.
Really? Like what?
We're talking about creating text, images, even code.
Oh, wow. I'm excited to dive in.
I know, me too. So I keep hearing generative AI everywhere these days.
Right.
What makes it so different for businesses compared to, regular AI?
Okay, well, think of it this way. Traditional AI is great at crunching numbers and spotting patterns,
Okay.
but generative AI can actually create new content.
So it's not just analyzing what's already there. It's actually making new stuff.
That's exactly it.
Wow.
And this is a game changer for businesses.
Why is that?
Because it allows them to automate things like content creation, marketing materials, and even some aspects of coding.
Okay, so give me an example.
Imagine having an AI that can just whip up a blog post, or design a social media graphic,
Okay,
or even help you write a chunk of code for your next project.
that's amazing. But building that kind of AI sounds incredibly complex.
Yeah, it can be.
Is that where Amazon Bedrock comes in?
You got it. Amazon Bedrock is a fully managed service that makes building and using generative AI way easier.
Okay.
It's designed to be user-friendly and accessible, even if you don't have a huge team of AI experts on staff.
I see. So you don't need to be a coding genius to use it.
Exactly.
That's great. So the article highlights some of the key benefits.
Like what?
Access to a variety of powerful foundation models,
Uh-huh.
easy customization,
Okay.
seamless integration with other AWS services,
Yeah.
built-in security and compliance features,
Uh-huh.
and a cost-effective pay-as-you-go pricing model.
So you only pay for what you use.
Exactly. Okay, I'm intrigued. Let's talk about these foundation models. What are they exactly?
Foundation models are essentially pre-trained AI powerhouses, each with its own special set of skills.
So they're like the brains behind Bedrock's generative AI capabilities.
That's a good way to put it.
Okay, so tell me more about these different foundation models.
Sure, you've got Amazon Titan, which is great for generating text, creating embeddings, and personalizing content.
Okay.
Then there's Anthropic's Claude, which excels at conversational AI and building chatbots that can hold natural, engaging conversations.
So that's for things like customer service bots.
Exactly.
Cool. What else is there?
Then there's AI 21 Labs Jurassic 2, which is perfect for large-scale text generation and content creation.
Got it.
And for those mind-blowing images and videos, you've got Stability AI's Stable Diffusion.
Wow, so it's like a buffet of AI superpowers.
Yeah, you could say that.
But with so many options, how do you know which foundation model is the right fit for your business?
Well, Bedrock lets you evaluate each model based on your specific needs. For example, if you're building a customer support chatbot that needs to handle complex questions and sound natural, Claude might be your go-to.
Makes sense.
Or if you want to generate personalized marketing copy for each of your customers, Titan could be the perfect fit.
So you pick the model based on what you want to achieve.
That's the idea.
This is incredible. But what if you need an AI that's even more tailored to your industry or specific tasks? Can you really get that level of specialization?
Absolutely. That's where the power of fine-tuning comes in.
Fine-tuning, what's that?
Imagine you have a foundation model that's already pretty good at something, like summarizing text.
Uh-huh.
With fine-tuning, you can use your own data to train that model to become even more specialized.
So you're essentially teaching the AI new tricks using data from your own business.
Exactly.
That's brilliant. But here's another question. How does this AI stay up to date in a world where information is constantly changing?
Good question.
I'm thinking about things like customer service chatbots. You wouldn't want them giving out outdated information, right?
No, definitely not.
So how does Bedrock handle that?
Well, Bedrock has a solution for that.
Okay.
It's called Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG for short.
RAG, okay. And what does that do?
Think of RAG as giving the AI access to a massive external knowledge base that it can tap into in real time.
I see.
So let's say a customer asks your chatbot a question about a new product feature.
Uh-huh.
With RAG, that chatbot can instantly access the latest product documentation and provide an accurate and up-to-date response.
That's impressive.
So the AI is always learning.
It's like it's constantly doing its homework.
Exactly. It's particularly important for applications where accuracy and timeliness are critical.
Like customer support?
Yes, exactly.
Or financial analysis?
Yes.
Even medical diagnosis?
Right, all of those.
This is all sounding really good, but I have to admit the idea of AI having so much power makes me think about potential risks as well.
It's understandable to have those concerns.
What about things like bias in the AI's output or the potential for generating harmful or misleading content? How does Bedrock address those concerns?
That's a really important point, and responsible AI development is something Amazon takes very seriously.
Okay, good.
So they've built in several guardrails to ensure that Bedrock is used ethically and safely.
Like what kinds of guardrails?
Well, these guardrails include features like content moderation,
Okay,
which can automatically block inappropriate or offensive content.
that makes sense.
Then you have bias detection, which can identify and help mitigate biases in the AI's output.
Okay, so it can kind of flag things that might be problematic.
Exactly.
Right.
And lastly, there are enterprise governance tools,
Uh-huh.
which allow you to set policies and controls to ensure that the AI aligns with your organization's values and regulations.
So you have some control over how the AI behaves.
Precisely.
Those guardrails sound like a much-needed safety net. Knowing that those features are in place definitely puts my mind at ease.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
So we've got these incredible foundation models that can be customized through fine-tuning, and we've got RAG to keep the AI up to date, plus built-in safety features to ensure responsible use.
That's a pretty good summary.
What else is there to know about Bedrock? What are some of the things it can really do?
Well, get ready for this. We're about to step into the world of Amazon Bedrock agents.
Agents, it sounds like something out of a spy movie.
It kind of is. Bedrock agents are like your own personal AI assistants, but on a whole new level.
Okay, tell me more.
They can automate complex tasks and workflows, freeing up your human teams to focus on higher-level thinking and creative problem-solving.
Interesting.
Imagine having an AI that can process mountains of documents,
Uh-huh.
handle customer inquiries,
Yeah.
analyze data, and even generate reports, all without needing constant supervision.
So it's like having a whole team of AI assistants working for you 24/7.
Exactly.
That's seriously next level stuff. But with all this automation happening, how do you keep track of everything?
It's a good question.
How do you make sure these agents are doing their jobs correctly and that everything is running smoothly?
Excellent question. Amazon has integrated Bedrock with their CloudWatch monitoring service.
Okay.
It's like having a dashboard that provides real-time insights into how your AI agents are performing.
So you can see what they're up to.
You got it. You can track things like ABI latency, detect any anomalies in the AI's behavior, and even analyze logs to fine-tune your models for even better performance.
So it's like having a control center where you can monitor and manage all your AI agents.
That's a great way to think about it. You have full visibility and control over your AI operations.
I like that. Full visibility.
Ensuring that everything runs smoothly and efficiently.
Okay, I'm officially blown away.
That's great to hear.
We've covered a lot of ground here: foundation models, fine-tuning, RAG, guardrails, even these super-powered Bedrock agents.
Quite a bit to take in.
It's clear that Amazon Bedrock is a game changer for businesses looking to harness the power of generative AI.
I agree.
But with all this power comes the question of cost.
Right.
How affordable is this technology for businesses, especially those that might be new to the world of AI?
Well, that's where things get even more interesting.
Okay, I'm listening.
Amazon has implemented a pay-as-you-go pricing model for Bedrock.
Pay as you go, so what does that mean exactly?
It means you only pay for the resources you actually use.
That's great news. So you're not locked into some massive contract.
Nope, it's designed to be flexible and cost-effective.
Okay.
The article specifically mentions that this makes Bedrock particularly appealing for businesses that are just starting to experiment with generative AI.
So you can dip your toes in the water without breaking the bank.
Exactly. It's a low-risk way to explore the potential of generative AI.
That's a smart approach. But tell me, what kind of cost savings are we talking about here? Does the article give any real-world examples?
It does. There's a case study about a marketing agency
Huh.
that was spending a ton of time and money creating social media content for their clients. Once they started using Bedrock, they were able to automate a lot of that content creation,
Makes sense.
saving them both time and money.
So how much did they actually save?
In fact, the article states that they were able to reduce their content creation costs by 50%.
Wow, 50%.
That's right.
That's a significant saving.
It is.
It sounds like Bedrock can really make a difference for businesses' bottom lines.
Absolutely, and that's just one example.
Right.
The potential cost savings are huge, especially when you consider all the different tasks that can be automated with Bedrock.
Okay, I'm sold. Amazon Bedrock sounds like a game changer.
It's pretty impressive technology.
But let's zoom out for a moment and talk about the bigger picture.
Okay,
Why should businesses care about generative AI and Bedrock in the first place?
that's a good question.
What kind of impact is this technology going to have on the way we work?
Well, what's fascinating here is that generative AI has the potential to fundamentally change how businesses operate.
Okay?
We're talking about automating tasks that used to require significant human effort, generating creative content at scale,
Right.
and providing hyper-personalized customer experiences.
Okay.
It's about boosting productivity, unleashing creativity, and driving efficiency across every aspect of a business.
So less time spent on tedious tasks, More creativity and happier customers.
That's the goal.
I can definitely see the appeal, but can you give me some concrete examples of how this might play out in different industries?
Sure.
I'm really trying to grasp the full scope of what's possible here.
Absolutely. Let's take the healthcare industry, for example.
Okay.
Imagine a hospital using Bedrock to automate the process of summarizing patient medical records,
Uh-huh.
freeing up doctors and nurses to spend more time with their patients.
So it's not replacing healthcare workers, it's making their jobs easier.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Or think about the financial industry.
Okay.
A bank could use Bedrock to create personalized financial advice for each of their customers,
Interesting.
helping them make smarter investment decisions.
So it's like having a personal financial advisor, but powered by AI.
That's a good way to put it.
That's incredible. It sounds like the possibilities are endless.
They really are. We're just scratching the surface of what generative AI can do.
Right.
As these foundation models continue to evolve and businesses get more creative with how they use them, the potential applications are virtually limitless.
It's a bit overwhelming, but in a good way.
I know what you mean.
I'm already starting to brainstorm all the ways you could use this technology in your own business.
I'm sure you could come up with some great ideas.
Well, I think it's safe to say that we've had a pretty thorough deep dive into Amazon Bedrock so far.
We've covered a lot.
We've explored the incredible capabilities of this technology, from foundation models and fine-tuning to RAG and Bedrock agents, and we've also touched on the importance of responsible AI development and ethical considerations.
Yeah, it's been a great overview.
Now, in part 2, we'll shift our focus to the practical side of things.
Sounds good.
We'll delve into real-world use cases of Amazon Bedrock, explore how businesses across various industries are already leveraging this technology to gain a competitive edge,
Looking forward to it.
and discuss some of the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead.
I think that's a really important part of the conversation.
So stay tuned for part 2 of our deep dive into Amazon Bedrock, where we'll uncover even more insights and inspiration for your business.
Can't wait.
Welcome back. I'm still buzzing from that first part, honestly. It's amazing to think how Amazon Bedrock can change things.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful stuff.
But you know what would really help it sink in? Seeing how companies are actually using this stuff.
You're right. Real-world examples always make it more tangible.
Exactly. So does the article have any case studies or anything like that?
It does, actually. It has some really great examples of how businesses are using Bedrock across different industries.
Perfect. Let's jump right in.
Okay, so picture this, a large e-commerce company drowning in customer service requests.
I can imagine.
They're struggling to keep up with emails, chats, you name it.
Yeah, it's a common problem.
So they decide to implement a chatbot built on Amazon Bedrock.
Okay, makes sense.
And they specifically choose the Claude Foundation model because it excels at conversational AI.
Right, because Claude is all about those natural-sounding conversations.
Exactly, and they fine-tune it on their product catalog and FAQs.
So the chatbot knows all about their products and services.
Exactly. That way, customers can get instant answers to their questions, even if it's the middle of the night.
So they're not waiting around for a human representative to become available.
Exactly, and because of RAG, the chatbot can even pull real-time information.
Like what kind of information?
Order status, shipping updates, even personalized recommendations.
Wow, so it's not just a static set of responses.
Not at all. It's constantly learning and adapting.
That's impressive. What was the outcome for this company?
Well, they saw a huge drop in customer service wait times and a significant boost in customer satisfaction.
Makes sense. Happier customers and less stress for the customer service team.
Exactly.
That's a classic example of how AI can streamline things. It makes me wonder what other departments could benefit marketing, maybe.
Absolutely. The article highlights a marketing agency that uses Bedrock to personalize content at scale.
Okay, so tell me more about that.
Imagine sending out thousands of emails, each tailored to the individual recipient's interests, purchase history.
Okay, so it's not just a generic email blast.
Not at all. Each email is unique and personalized, and it's all automatically generated using Titan's text generation capabilities.
That's incredible. No more generic blasts that end up in the spam folder.
Right, and think about social media. Instead of spending hours crafting the perfect post,
Yeah.
this agency uses Bedrock to generate catchy captions and even visuals using Stable Diffusion.
So they're automating their social media content creation.
Exactly, and they can even adapt their messaging based on real-time trends and feedback.
So they're always ahead of the curve, keeping their audience engaged.
Precisely, and because they're saving so much time on content creation, they can focus more on strategy and analysis.
So they're working smarter, not harder.
Exactly. The article states they saw a 20% increase in engagement and lead generation within just a few months of implementing Bedrock.
Those are impressive results. I'm starting to see how this could be a game changer for businesses of all sizes. But what about industries that are more data heavy, like finance or healthcare? Can Bedrock handle that?
Absolutely. The article mentions a financial institution using Bedrock to analyze massive data sets to identify potential investment opportunities.
Wow.
Think about the power of Amazon Titans sifting through market trends, news articles, financial reports, all in real time.
So they're getting insights that humans might miss, leading to smarter decisions.
Exactly. And it's not just about making money.
Okay, what else?
The article also highlights a healthcare provider using Bedrock to analyze medical images and assist with diagnoses.
Now that's fascinating.
Imagine training Stable Diffusion on a massive database of X-rays, MRIs. It could help doctors spot subtle abnormalities they might otherwise miss.
That's incredible. It's almost like having an extra set of eyes, but with superhuman pattern recognition. It sounds like the potential benefits of Bedrock go way beyond just efficiency and cost savings.
You're absolutely right. It's about pushing boundaries and solving problems in ways we never thought possible. And here's what's really exciting. We're only just beginning to tap into the potential of generative AI.
It feels like we're on the cusp of something truly transformative.
I agree. As these foundation models continue to improve and businesses get more creative with how they apply them, the possibilities are limitless.
It's mind-blowing. But with any new technology, there are bound to be challenges along with the opportunities. What are some of the hurdles businesses might face when adopting Bedrock?
That's a great question. One challenge is definitely data. To get the most out of Bedrock, you need good quality, relevant data to train and fine-tune your models.
Right, garbage in, garbage out, as they say.
Exactly. And not every business has access to that kind of data readily available.
So data acquisition and preparation is key.
Absolutely. Another challenge is talent. While Bedrock is designed to be user-friendly, you still need people who understand how to work with AI and interpret the results.
So it's not just a plug-and-play solution.
Not quite. You need some level of expertise to really leverage its power. There's going to be a growing demand for AI skills in the coming years.
So companies need to invest in training or hiring people with the right expertise.
Exactly. And then there's the ethical side of things, which we touched on earlier. As generative AI gets more powerful,
Right.
we need to be very careful about how it's used and ensure it doesn't perpetuate biases or create harmful content.
It's like that old saying, with great power comes great responsibility.
Couldn't have said it better myself. It's crucial for businesses to think through the ethical implications of using this technology and put safeguards in place.
So data, talent, and ethics, those are some pretty significant challenges. But I have a feeling the potential rewards outweigh the risks.
I tend to agree. We're talking about a technology that can transform industries,
Right.
boost productivity, and solve some of the world's most pressing problems.
It's hard to argue with that. So it sounds like it's worth the effort to overcome these challenges.
Absolutely. The key is to approach it thoughtfully and responsibly.
Well said. Now, I'm curious, with all this talk about the future of AI, does the article mention any upcoming features or developments for Amazon Bedrock? What's on the horizon?
It does. They hint at some really exciting things in the pipeline.
Okay, spill the beans. What can we expect?
Well, first, they're constantly working to improve the existing foundation models.
So they're getting even smarter.
Exactly. They're making them even more powerful and versatile.
So we can expect even better performance and capabilities in the near future.
Exactly. They're also expanding the library of foundation models, giving businesses even more options to choose from.
More AI superpowers to play with? I love it. Anything else?
Yes, and this is particularly interesting.
Okay.
They're working on making Bedrock even more accessible to non-technical users. The article mentions new tools and interfaces that will make it easier for anyone, regardless of their coding skills, to build and deploy AI solutions.
Wow, democratizing AI, that's a powerful concept.
It really is. They want to empower everyone to leverage this technology.
That's great.
They're also investing heavily in research and development,
Okay.
exploring new ways to apply generative AI to solve real-world problems
Like what kind of problems?
in areas like healthcare, education, and sustainability.
So they're not just focused on the business applications.
Not at all. They see generative AI as a tool for good with the potential to make a real difference in the world.
That's inspiring. It sounds like Amazon is committed to pushing the boundaries of what's possible with this technology.
Absolutely. They see generative AI as a key driver of innovation and progress, and they're investing accordingly.
Well, I think we've covered a lot of ground in this second part of our deep dive into Amazon Bedrock.
We have. It's been quite a journey.
We've explored some fascinating real-world use cases, discussed the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead, and even gotten a glimpse into the future of this game-changing technology.
It's been a thought-provoking conversation, for sure. I'm always amazed by the pace of innovation in this field.
Now, in our final part,
Okay.
we'll shift gears slightly and focus on what all this means for you, our listener.
Sounds good.
We'll explore how you can start experimenting with Amazon Bedrock,
Okay.
discuss some key considerations for implementation,
Right.
and offer some parting thoughts on how to navigate this exciting new world of generative AI.
I'm looking forward to that. It's one thing to understand the technology,
Yeah.
but it's another to actually put it into practice.
So stay tuned for the final part of our deep dive into Amazon Bedrock, where we'll provide you with the insights and guidance you need to unlock the power of generative AI for your business.
It's going to be a great finish to our deep dive.
All right, we've talked about the what's and the why of Amazon Bedrock. Now let's get practical. How can you actually start using this to your advantage?
Well, the good news is Amazon has made it surprisingly easy to get started. It's not some exclusive club for tech giants.
That's reassuring to hear. What would be the first step for someone who's intrigued but maybe a little intimidated by AI?
I'd say the best place to start is the Amazon Bedrock website.
Okay, their website.
They've got tons of resources there, documentation, tutorials, even case studies to spark ideas.
So you can kind of browse around, get a feel for things before diving in.
Exactly. And they offer free trials, so you can actually experiment with the platform, try out different foundation models, see how it all works in practice without committing a ton of resources up front.
That's a smart approach. It's like a test drive before buying the car. But what if you need a bit more guidance? Say you've got a specific project in mind.
Then you're in luck. Amazon has a whole team of experts ready to help.
Oh, really?
They offer workshops, training programs, and even personalized consulting to help you get the most out of Bedrock.
So you're not just thrown in the deep end.
Not at all. They've got your back every step of that way. Whether you're a small startup or a large enterprise, there's a support system in place to help you succeed.
That's great to know. But let's say you're ready to take the plunge and really start using Bedrock. What are some things to keep in mind when actually implementing it?
First and foremost, you need to clearly define your goals.
Goals, okay?
What problems are you trying to solve with generative AI? What outcomes are you hoping to achieve?
So have a clear vision of what you want to accomplish.
Exactly. Having that clear roadmap will guide your implementation and help you measure your success.
So don't just jump in because it's the shiny new thing. Have a strategy.
Exactly. Then think about your data. As we discussed earlier, high-quality data is crucial for training and fine-tuning your models.
Right, we talked about that.
You need to identify the relevant data sources, make sure it's clean and well-structured, and ensure you have the right permissions and safeguards in place.
Right, we don't want any AI mishaps because of bad data. What else?
Don't underestimate the importance of collaboration. Bring together people from different teams, IT, marketing, product development, whoever will be involved in using the AI. That way, you can ensure everyone is on the same page and that the AI solution meets the needs of the entire organization.
Makes sense. AI shouldn't live in a silo. Anything else we should consider before wrapping up?
I think the biggest piece of advice I can offer is to embrace a culture of experimentation. Don't be afraid to try new things, to iterate, to learn from your mistakes. Generative AI is a rapidly evolving field, and the best way to stay ahead of the curve is to be constantly learning and adapting.
So it's not about getting it perfect right out of the gate. It's about continuous improvement.
Exactly. Be bold, be curious, and don't be afraid to push the boundaries of what's possible.
I love that. Well, I have to say, this deep dive into Amazon Bedrock has been eye-opening. It's amazing to think how this technology is already changing the game for businesses across so many industries.
It really is a paradigm shift, and the most exciting part is that we're only just scratching the surface of what's possible.
So to our listener, if you're feeling inspired, take that first step. Explore the Amazon Bedrock website, sign up for a free trial, connect with their team of experts. There's a whole world of possibilities waiting for you.
And remember, you don't have to be a tech whiz to harness the power of generative AI. Amazon has made it accessible to everyone.
That's a great point to end on. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Amazon Bedrock. We hope you've gained some valuable insights and that you're feeling empowered to explore the incredible possibilities of generative AI.
It's been a pleasure sharing this journey with you.
Until next time, happy innovating.